what would be the best cashback credit card for somebody with bad credit? Well, as someone who had bad credit and got a cashback credit card, I'm gonna let you know all about that. Selling on Amazon has absolutely changed our lives. You wanna know something? We're gonna help you guys get there too.
All these people are talking about wanting to sell you a lifestyle. We're here to sell you a life.
Yo, so what's up guys? It's a Dropshipping Terminator. And you know me and my partner, the Dan is still. We talk all about that e-commerce life, baby. Amazon FBA, private label dropshipping, little eBay, Shopify, all types of stuff, man. That sound good to you? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, stick around for a little bit because we like to hook you up with all that knowledge. Make sure you get into the free Facebook group below. Yes, get in there. We hook you up with knowledge in there as well. So for you regulars, you know what time it is, man. It's time to go ahead and get right on into it. I know everyone has their preference, and this is gonna be my preference, and actually a lot of people's preference that, you know, I've recommended, to this card. I get no kickback on it, none of that stuff, man. It's just because I like these people so much. But yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about why having a cashback credit card is a good thing. Now, of course, you know, there's a lot of other perks, you know, like frequent flyer miles and stuff like that, and so on and so forth, and, you know, getting like reward points for certain things and all that, and, you know, they're like, oh, cash back, like when are you ever gonna use it, and all these things, okay? So for me, being someone at the time who was broke and had a terrible, terrible credit score, I was sub 600. I think at the time when I got this credit card, I was like 565 or something like that. Like, yeah, I was hit bad, guys. Yo, if you could have seen me back in the day, woo! And I still have this card, you know, to this point. I mean, they upgraded me to the next tier, but, you know, I still have this card today. But yeah, yo, I was bad off, yo. I was hit, people, I was hit. You know, but, I mean, I could relate to a lot of you, you know. So some of these influencers that you guys are following, some of the bigger YouTubers, like, they've never been hit before. They've never been broke. They've never made terrible financial decisions because mommy and daddy have enough money to bail them out. For some of us, mommy and daddy ain't gonna bail us out of everything. So, you know, we make terrible mistakes, we make bad decisions, and then we gotta live with them, and then we gotta figure all that stuff out. So, but yeah, man, so let's go ahead, let's get into it. Now, for me, and for a lot of people that have used this card, if you guys have seen the Samuel L. Jackson commercial.
Do I look like I'm joking? Turbo boosting heavyweight champion of the world! Cashback card. This is the Quicksilver cashback card from Capital One.
The Capital One 1.5% cash back commercials, you know, that's what really got me, was Samuel L. Jackson talking about 1.5% cash back on everything, right? And, you know, I was spending so much money with like daycare and groceries and everything else. I was like, yo, what could it hurt? You know, I mean, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. I might as well go ahead and give it a shot. And at the time, my USAA card was maxed out. Like I couldn't use it anyway, so I was done. It's not like I had, any credit, you know, on that card to use. So I went ahead and applied for it, and I got approved. And at first, they gave me like a $500 limit, and then, you know, at this point in my life was when I decided to make a change. I'm like, I'm gonna make sure that I don't max this card out. I'm gonna use it for what I need. I'm gonna treat it as a debit card, basically. And that's what I did. You know, I treated it as a debit card, you know, so I would charge everything to it, you know, all my normal expenses, and then I would, you know, immediately, basically pay it off. You know, I would move money from my bank account and pay it off. And, you know, now I know you're supposed to carry a little bit of balance and all that stuff, but at the time I didn't know. But it, you know, my credit still went up because I was using that card. And for me and others, you know, it's gonna be one of the best cards. It's the Capital One Rewards card, okay? The first tier, I think, is the one tier, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, then they upgrade you and you get, you know, certain perks, but really, like, you never have to upgrade. But why is it the best card, okay? For people who have bad credit, Capital One is generally more lenient, okay? I'm not saying that like a local credit union wouldn't be the way to go, but, you know, this is a major bank, and they have a little bit more, I can't say flexibility, but they're a big bank and they want to give people, you know, credit because they want you to mess up. So they're going to be a little bit more forgiving in some cases to people who have had, you know, some blemishes on their credit history and so forth. And at the time, like, I had several blemishes on my credit report, and, you know, I was just young, stupid, and careless, and I was struggling and all that. And you know, Capital One came through when I really needed them. You know, so I got the rewards card, the Capital One, I think it was the Rewards One card, and then they upgrade you to the regular rewards card. But after you show responsibility. But it's 1.5% cash back on all your purchases, guys. That's pretty much anything that you do wherever. It doesn't matter. Plus there's other things like other credit cards that give you like trip insurance and rental car insurance, stuff like that. Things that most people don't know about. So make sure you look at those. The variable APR rate is typical of any credit card. It's like 24.9% interest rate, but you guys aren't going to be carrying a massive balance because you're going to be responsible and use it responsibly and not just start charging LG OLED TVs and all that stuff, the thing back there. You're not going to be doing all that craziness. You guys are going to be using it for your expenses. You're basically treating it like a debit card to help build your credit back up. And on top of that, you get 1.5% cash back. And it may not seem like a lot, right? Okay, it doesn't seem like a ton of money. But over the course of a year, because they do have a cap. I do believe it's a few $1,000s that you would get back in rewards, right? But I mean, that's $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 that you guys would not have had otherwise, depending on how much you spend on credit per month or how much your monthly expenses can be. And for me, that's a huge help, guys. Like I said, Capital One is a little bit more forgiving when it comes to giving out credit cards, especially unsecured credit cards. They tend to take a little bit more risk on people. At least from what I've seen with friends and family who were in bad credit situations at the time. They were able to get Capital One cards. It really will help. In my personal opinion, I think it's the best cashback credit card for somebody with bad credit because of some of the perks that it gives, and the fact that when you're doing business with Capital One, they also can finance your card. Now granted, there's credit unions out there and you guys can look at those, but for a major bank, there really isn't too many people touching them. Like Bank of America, I found is a little bit more stringent. Chase as well. You're not going to get a Sapphire card with bad credit. You guys are going to have some fairly decent credit, at least above 6 something. If you guys are down in the 5s, Capital One is a pretty good place to go because they will approve you in most cases. And having, a rewards card will help you. Okay, having that 1.5% cash back will add up, guys. Like I routinely will look and I'm like, yo, what's this, bro? Like I got, $70 in rewards. All right, I'm liking this. And I'll just go ahead and move it over because I know I'm going to put gas in the cars, at the end of the week. And, there we go. There's my gas. I highly recommend them. I get no kickback. I have no affiliate link for it or anything like that. These people or this bank, obviously banks are all evil corporations. We know this, but, they definitely helped me out when I really needed it. And it set me on a path to, where I am now with, financial freedom and being able to coach and mentor you guys and give you some of my own personal advice. So definitely take a look, man. Go to Capital One, apply for their rewards card. I definitely recommend it. I mean, big shout out to Samuel L. Jackson because your commercials were hilarious and that's why I ended up getting this card. But yeah, so I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. You already know. Be safe. Oh, can't even do that. You guys know the prereqs. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you like it, sticker, all that stuff. Get into the free Facebook group below. Yada, 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 yada. I don't think I need to tell you guys this stuff. All right, you're smart. So that being said, man, be safe, be smart. I'm gonna catch you guys later. All right, peace out.